Hello, and thank you for joining me in this brief product presentation about Weave. Now, just to emphasize on this, this is not a full-blown demo. If you are interested in seeing a demo after seeing this video, or if something kind of piques your interest, go ahead and fill out the form, and one of our specialists will reach out to you to give you a customized demo. So the first thing is, what is Weave? Weave is essentially the communication system that is all-in-one for medical practices. What we found is that medical practices were using so many different systems. They had their phone system, they had their text messaging, they had Google review systems, they had their payment system. They had so many different things, and they were paying separate bills for all of them. What Weave has done is we've taken all of that and consolidated it into one system, so that way your staff is not ripping out their hair and your patients are having an easier time communicating with your office. So as we look here on my computer screen, the first thing you're going to notice is this software. This software looks just like a smartphone. It is the Weave software. It's very simple and very easy to use. Each button, or I guess you could call it an app, literally is what it is. I mean, if you can read, you're going to know how to use Weave, which is one of the great perks that offices love. I can't tell you how many offices tell me that whatever text messaging service or Google review service they're using, it feels like they need a PhD in order to actually operate that. That's not the case with Weave. It's very simple and very easy to use. The other great thing about this is the software here on your computer also works alongside with the physical phones that we'll provide you. The physical phones look just like this. They're honestly incredible phones, and we can customize these phones to however you'd like. The great thing with the physical phones and the Weave software is they will integrate with your electronic medical record or work alongside it to where we can upload your contacts into the Weave system, making it so that way it gives your phone system as well as your text messaging, Google reviews, everything else, all these incredible bells and whistles. Even just to kind of give a brief overview with this, for example, when someone calls in, it will actually bring up that patient's information in the Weave software when you answer the phone. It does so many different things on the phone system. And as I said, if you want to know more about that, request a demo, and one of our reps can kind of go through exactly how you can customize your phone system to make your medical practice as efficient as possible. What I want to show you first, though, is what we call our Weave missed call text. One of the greatest, essentially biggest fallouts with medical offices is that they are missing more phone calls than they're aware of. And the unfortunate reality is if you are having a new patient call you, a lot of times it's coming in from a referral, or they're calling you just from something like Google. I know I had shoulder surgery about 4 or 5 years ago, and for me to look up my orthopedic surgeon, I literally just Googled orthopedic surgeons in my area, and I went to the person who was #1 on Google. Now, what's crazy is that person, I didn't get to like their office in time. I went to some answering machine. I didn't leave a message because I don't leave voicemails. I don't even check voicemails. And so what did I do? You guessed it. I went to the next office that was on Google. Now, what is essential with Weave is we have found that people don't leave voicemails like they used to. The way we've communicated is different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call my office and show you what it looks like if you happen to miss a phone call. Okay, this is my cell phone here calling. I'm going to let it ring here just a couple of times. And once it goes to voicemail, I want to show you, honestly, something that's kind of a cool little trick. I just got to my voicemail, and you're going to notice here at the bottom of my cell phone that I just received a text message saying, "Thank you for calling Weave Medical Practice. We are open, but just currently busy. Please reply to this text, and we will reply shortly." Now, you can have that message say whatever you want. The great thing about that, too, is we can customize it for if the office is open or if it's closed. If it's closed, it can have a totally different message, and that will automatically switch over for when the office closes. The other great thing about this is you're going to notice here on my cell phone, this 801 number at the top is my office phone number. This is not sending a text message from some random 5-digit code or short code. It literally is texting from my office phone number. And what we have found is that patients like myself who don't leave voicemails will reply to a text message. So here I am. I'm going to reply to this text message and just say, hey, I just wanted to schedule an appointment with the doctor. Okay. I'm going to send that text message on over. You'll notice on the top right-hand corner of the computer screen, there is a pop-up letting us know that Michael White just sent us a text message. Now, on the Weave software, you're going to see that there is a red notification bubble here, or even if Weave is minimized, you still would get this notification on your computer letting you know that you received a text message. You can then add a tag to that text message. Let's say the text was meant for the doctor. It's for the practice manager, for billing, or for anyone you want. You can assign that text message to anyone in the office. When I click reply, I can reply just right here, or if I click view, it's going to bring up the entire text message history between me and that particular patient. And so not only is this missed call text critical for offices, we found that it's helping bring in new clients every single day who offices would have missed out on just because they couldn't get to the phone in time. But then in addition, offices utilize two-way texting because it's easy for the office, and for the patient, it's coming from the office phone number. To me, that's a big one. My dentist uses Weave, and I text them all the time because I hate being put on hold. But then in addition to that, anytime I get a text message from a random phone number or like a 5-digit code number, I just assume it's spam, and so I just delete it. Once again, this is customized and catered to your office and your office phone number. Okay. The next feature that I really want to go into with this is also the Weave mobile app. This is a huge feature that offices love just because it makes it to where everything is essentially at your fingertips without you giving out your personal information. Let me pull up my cell phone here once again. And I'm just going to come right here. You're going to notice on here the Weave mobile app. I'm going to log in here using my facial recognition. And as that logs in, you're going to notice that the Weave mobile app looks just like the Weave software. That's because everything I am doing, you can do directly from your cell phone. If the system's integrated with your EMR, you'll be able to see your entire schedule. If you want to look up a particular patient, you can look up all of your patients here that are in your EMR. And let's say, for example, you want to call Christy Abbott. You can call Christy Abbott, or you can even text Christy Abbott straight from your cell phone, but it's going to use the office phone number. In addition, I can look up other general information regarding Christy, really essential information, and making it easier for, let's say, for example, I had one doctor tell me that after the practice closed, they would, if they needed to call a patient, they would oftentimes block their phone number to call a patient, which makes sense, right? You don't want patients having your personal information, or else, I mean, let's be real, they're going to be calling you all the time. But no one's going to answer a blocked phone number. This doctor loved Weave because what made it easy was that he wasn't giving away his personal information, but it was convenient for him to make a phone call or even send a text message to that patient from his cell phone. Managers love this because everything that they can do on the phone side of things, they can do here from their cell phone. If they want to check a fax, they can check it here. If they want to change, let's say, their office hours, let's say they want to come in and they're at a continuing education conference, they can now close the office, and now all the voicemails and everything will change. Let's say, for example, they want to come in and they want to change their voicemail. They can come in here and re-record a new voicemail or select a different voicemail greeting. You can even make it to where you receive incoming phone calls. I've seen offices use this for emergency hours, or if a manager, for whatever reason, I'll even give this example. I had one office that was in Oklahoma where storms were coming in, and that manager could not get a hold of the patients who were coming in that day. She said she woke up to tornado sirens, and as she was going down into the cellar, she called the patients who were scheduled for that morning and told them, hey, we're going to be rescheduling things. Don't come into town. I'm assuming they were kind of had people coming in from smaller towns coming in. Anyway, but she was able to call them all from her home using her cell phone, and it was all coming from the office phone number. The possibilities and capabilities of Weave are honestly endless. As I've said, this was just a short product presentation about Weave. As you can see here on my software, there are so many other things that you can do, from just the phones, the text messaging. We can do email marketing. We can do your digital forms. A really popular feature recently has been text to pay. What this is where you send a patient a text message and they can make a payment over text. It's kind of like Venmo. If you schedule a demo, you'll know what I mean, and I think you'll like it. A really big one that offices love is our Google review feature, where you can essentially ask patients for Google reviews and make it to where you are boosting your office internet presence, making sure that people are leaving you positive reviews, and that those who leave negative reviews are essentially becoming irrelevant for the practice because of how much positive reviews you're getting. Thank you for joining me on this brief product presentation. As I said, if something here has piqued your interest, this is not an entire demo. Go ahead and schedule a demo, and one of our representatives will reach out to you and give you an entire customized demo for how Weave can really help your practice accelerate. Thank you.